Within Fallout 3, after the Enclave take over the Purifier, the Enclave establishes unmarked camps and outposts all over the capital wasteland. Some of these camps offer information about what their purposes are, as well as extending the lore of the Enclave even more. This guide will go over all of the Enclave field research camps, as all the other encampments act as checkpoints but do not offer any additional information. As always, there are timestamps in the description if you wish to skip to a particular location, but without further ado, let's get into the video. Number 1. Crater Camp. Situated east of Fort Bannister and within Sector 762. The camp is manned by one Enclave officer as well as a group of soldiers. You can also find an Enclave controlled Deathclaw, but can often be found killing Wastelanders. Finally, there will be a series of automatic turrets surrounding the camp. The camp's main purpose is to collect samples from the crater, although what samples they are collecting is unclear. If one heads into the overturned truck, there will be 96 power cells within the camp. This is the only place besides the Craft UFO site, Old Olney and the Citadel if you destroy it, where you can find ammo for the alien blaster. Number 2. Camp Row. Situated southwest of the Robot Repair Centre and within Sector 693R. The camp's main purpose is to test the R76H30 chip, otherwise known as the Row chip. The chip acts as a safety measure, with the turrets of the camp will only target those that have not got a chip on their person. The camp can be manned by Enclave officers, soldiers, robots and an Enclave controlled Deathclaw depending on your level. If the player kills the Enclave member that has the chip and loots it, the turrets within the camp will not target the player. The chip will only work within the Row camp and has no other function besides that within the camp. Number 3. The Springvale Power Plant Outpost. Situated east-northeast of Springvale School and has no known sector number. The camp's main purpose is to research and document the creatures of the wasteland for any valuable data they may have. Due to the Enclave being isolated within Raven Rock prior to the Purifier, it may be that they have no previous experience with the creatures of the wasteland and so wish to study them for any benefit they may have to the Enclave. Looking at the Mirelurk section, the Enclave has proposed that the Mirelurks have mutated and are now a combination between the horseshoe crab and the blue crab. Due to the vast differences, the Enclave has classified the Mirelurks as their own species. Finally, looking at the Great American Cockroach, the Enclave has proposed that the Radroach has mutated from the American Cockroach. Despite having wings, the Radroach is incapable of flight due to being too weak to lift their mutated body mass. The wings are now theorized to be used for interspecies communication instead of flight. Number 4. The Hilltop Camp. Situated west-northwest of the Temple of the Union and has no known sector number. Similar to the Springvale Power Plant Outpost, this camp is also there to research and document more of the wasteland creatures. Upon reading the field research terminal, the camp has been researching the mongrels, rad scorpions and mole rats. Looking at the mongrel section, the Enclave has proposed that the mongrels have mutated from either the grey wolf or the Indian plains wolf, but with the radiation mutating them, they can be considered their own class of animal now. Looking at the giant scorpion section, it is proposed that the giant scorpion has mutated from the emperor scorpion, with the radiation enlarging them. Finally, looking at the mole rat section, the Enclave has proposed that the mole rats have mutated from the naked mole rat. The radiation has both enlarged them and allowed for dentine growth, making their teeth razor sharp. Number 5. The Silo Camp. Situated northwest of the Super Duper Mart and has no known sector number. Similar to the Springvale Power Plant Outpost and the Hilltop Camp, this camp is also there to research and document more of the wasteland creatures. Upon reading the field research terminal, the camp has been researching the bloatflies, brahmin and giant ants. Looking at the bloatfly section, the Enclave has proposed that the bloatfly has mutated from the Tabinus horsefly. The radiation, however, has not only increased the body mass of the fly, but allowed for the fly to fire projectile pupa, allowing young flies to feed on a target. Looking at the Brahmin section, the Enclave has proposed that the Brahmin has mutated from cattle. Not dissimilar to their ancestors, the Brahmin work very similarly to their initial animal ancestors. The mutations they have endured have allowed them to breed and reproduce in quantities that they normally would not be able to do. The function of the Brahmin are very similar to cattle in our world today, but also work as pack mules due to their hardiness and docile nature. Finally, looking at the giant ant section, the Enclave has proposed that the giant ants have mutated from the black carpenter ants. The mutated ants do not differ that greatly from their ancestors, aside from the radiation enlarging them in size. Number 6. Vault 92 Camp. Situated south-southwest of Vault 92 and has no known sector number. The purpose of the camp was to genetically test the civilians of the wasteland by offering them purified water. If anyone refused to submit to the test, they would be killed. The purpose of the test was to check if the person's DNA was mutated, and if they were, they would be incinerated. This small camp means that they would essentially kill anyone they came across, as only those born in the vaults or those in the Enclave would pass their screening. This camp also gives an idea as to why the Enclave wanted the purifier, as they could perform these genetic tests on a larger scale. Number 7. Wheaton Armory Camp. Situated east-northeast of the Wheaton Armory and within Sector 27P. The purpose of the camp seems to be cataloguing equipment that the Enclave takes from those they kill. Each item has their own reference number, with the number at the end being the quantity number if they are more than one of the same item. It seems the camp only catalogues items they've taken from others, as they also keep track of those they have killed and taken from. Finally, at number 8, Old Olney Camp. Situated northeast of Old Olney and has no known sector number. The purpose of the camp is to scout the Deathclaw presence within Old Olney and to test their apparatus on Deathclaw specimens. With the equipment on a Deathclaw, they are able to forcibly pacify Deathclaws in order to make them fight for the Enclave. You can also be sent here by Scribe Valancourt during the Broken Steel quest Shock Value. Using the items she gives you, you can use the Deathclaw against the Enclave, but the Deathclaw will die if they move out of range of the camp itself. And there we have all of the Enclave research camps in Fallout 3. I hope you found this video helpful, and as always, thank you for watching.